Well, our goal was to, as I said last week, and all week, our goal was to send our seniors off on a good note for their last game here at Jordan-Hare, and it was good to, to be able to do that. And I think that we got a lot of players in the game today, but certainly it was important for our seniors to go out right, and again, have fun. Have fun out here on the last day, and so it was one of those days where we could do that. So my hat's off to the seniors. They've accomplished a lot here, in their 4 years, and got a championship ring, and won a lot of ball games. So it was good to see those guys go out on a good note here. We played pretty well today, and again, I think we got some things accomplished in terms of getting a lot of guys on the field, and bottom line is getting the win. So overall, it was a good day.
Questions?
Gene, there was a point there in the end of the third quarter going to the fourth where you guys made a point to get Ontario the ball a lot. It seemed like, I think you carried it 6 or 7 times in that one drive. Was that, did you plan on that? I think you took Trey out of the game and gave it to Ontario. Was that
well, Trey had got his fill of carries, and we wanted to make sure, again, especially Ontario being a senior, we wanted to give him enough carries where, we felt like he could, have a good game that he's going to remember. And so that was the idea behind that. And so we gave him the ball. I don't know if it was, I don't remember how many times it was in a row, but that was by design, yes.
How about Jonathan Wallace when he takes that couple of lead shots today, and then especially in the red zone, he's able to come back right up and throw that touchdown pass? Is that just part of the toughness that you referred to?
It really is. He's a guy that's really, he's a little bit beyond his years when you talk about toughness, and you talk about just, maturity for a young guy. Our players see that in him and really respect it, and our coaches see it and respect it. And he's taken a few good shots this year, and he always bounces back. He does not want to come out of the game, but he's done that several times. But again, I think that's just kind of a case in point for him, and how much football means to him and how much it means for him to be out on the field.
You can just talk about the decision to put Westerman in, move Slade out, and Greg not starting today.
Yeah, Christian, it was really the first week where we felt like Christian was very, very healthy. And he's really, we kind of weaned him in a week ago, and he really had a good week of practice this week. So, again, we just thought that'd be a good idea to get him, some good reps, let him start his first game. He was working in that direction before he got hurt. And and then just moving Chad out to left tackle again, giving him some reps out there. We just thought that this was going to be a good week to be able to do that.
How was Christian? Left ankle got him at the end.
Don't know. We'll know more tomorrow. Probably no more tonight, but right now we're not sure.
Greg Robinson was the odd man out, I guess, starting-wise. I know he played today. So, was he just the odd man out, just how it felt?
I think a little bit. Again, obviously we got to have some more production at the left tackle position as well. And Chad's been a guy that's played tackle here before, but really hadn't had a chance to do that this year. So we just, again, it was really kind of just several things, but the move to get Chad out there and get him some reps at left tackle was a wise one, simply because if something does happen out there, we just don't have very many answers right now because of so many guys that have been hurt. So that's why we went with it.
From the entire organization perspective, the players, coaches, the fans, was today kind of a nice diversion from what has been a kind of a tough season?
Today was just a great day to go out and play football. And I want to say something too about our fans, and a lot of them really have had the opportunity. We don't have school next week, and a lot of students had a chance to go home. But I was really proud of a lot of the fans that came out to really send our seniors off, in a great fashion. I really appreciate the fans, but it's just all the other stuff. I'm just glad we got a chance to go out there and play football today and have fun doing it.
Talk about your walk-on starting Trent at safety and also getting a pick six.
Well, it was great to see him do that. Again, we're looking for more production at that position. And so we started Trent there today. Again, we thought this would be a good day to do it. And it was really good to see him at the end of the game be able to get a pick for a touchdown. So he's just one of those guys that just, he came in here, he walked on, he earned a scholarship. And he's one of those guys that just deserves that opportunity. But we are looking for more production at that position. And so that was why he got the start today.
Gene, with all due respect to the competition, obviously, how much was improvement that you saw tackling, blocking, all those things this week, you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, to really be able to assess that, you gotta really go back and look at the film. There's some good things we did today, and there were some things I'm sure that we'll watch the film right now that obviously we, weren't as good at. But you know more when you watch a film. So that's just really kind of hard to judge today.
Talk about the challenge of next week.
Well, it's obvious. I mean, the challenge of next week is going to be huge. Just the meaning of the game and what it means to, the fan bases of both sides is huge. And we've got an enormous challenge in front of us. But we're going to embrace it and have a lot of fun going over there and playing.
Gene, you said more production out of the free safety position, but Demetrius led the team in tackles. Was there more reason as to why he was out today for Trent?
Again, when you look at production, that doesn't always tell the story. So, again, when you say we're looking for more production, it's because there's a lot of other things involved than just tackling. So, that's why we made the move.
Talk about Trey, today, the big 86-yard touchdown run. Obviously, you got him going early. Just talk about what he's doing.
Yeah, Trey's one of those guys that's really, I just think he's a guy that's gotten better as the season has progressed. I don't think there's any question about that. He runs the ball hard. He runs for tough yards. It was really good to see him, bust a run that long. I think he's just gotten better as the season's gone on. Again, I thought the offensive line covered people up well enough today to give him some cracks in there on the ball. But I think Trey has become a more physical runner, and I think that he's playing with good vision. He protects the ball, so I'm proud of him.
What about Ontario? What does he do for this team? Obviously, he's not getting as many carries, but he's still, obviously, when he gets the ball, I think he's averaging over 6 points.
Yeah, he's very productive as well. And Ontario can do different things for you. He's obviously always had a perimeter game here with the ball in his hand that's always been pretty effective. He's learned to run between the tackles a little bit better, this year than he has before, obviously because he's got more opportunities to do it. But he's a productive guy. If you go back and you just look at his whole career, whether it's a kickoff return guy or whether it's a speed sweep guy or just lining him up back there behind the quarterback, in I-backs, he's been productive. So, if he hits a crack or he hits a seam in there, he's always got the potential to break it. So, but he's just a very productive guy.
Team guy too, seems like.
Very much a team guy.
Gene, President Gouge has indicated that he will take time to evaluate the state of the program, but also that he's looking at these final 2 weeks. Do you feel the need to make a statement, particularly with the opponent you have coming up, about the future of the program?
I've already addressed all that stuff.
Any other questions?
Gene, would a win next week make up for the record to this point?
I think that anytime you get a win in the Iron Bowl, it really sets the tone for pretty much whatever's happened previously in that year, and I think it sets the tone for the next year too. So a win in the Iron Bowl for anybody is huge.
All right, Coach.